versatile, doing different things at the same time. Women are very good managers. They said whatever you put in the hand of the woman, it multiplies. That's the truth, and that is the truth. Whatever you put into the woman, gone are the days where you say the woman should just sit at home and look pretty, and then the men go to work. My own advice to every woman out there: you have to go out and work. That's just my advice. You have to work. You have to have something you are doing. Even if you're sitting down in your house and making hair, getting your people to come and make hair, you will play their hair. You have to, because yes, everybody's praying for long life. Everybody wants everything to go smoothly. But even the Bible says that in this life there will be challenges. Challenges will come. Sometimes the man might be doing so well. I have seen it. It has happened even to us personally. You have fleet of cars, and then one day like that, you don't even have even one single car. Your compound that is full with families.
Every woman listening right now could take just one action today to move closer to our goal. What could that step be? What could that action be?
If this is your first time watching the show, you don't need to do anything, just relax and enjoy. But if you're back again on this show, it means you have this passion solving problems. So hit the subscribe button and let's solve bigger problems together. Thank you.
My first question is with what the women are doing lately in various sectors in Nigeria today, what is that thing that comes to your mind with the way they are showing up?
It's quite obvious that the women are in the front stage now. Lots of interest, lots of attention has been put on the women, and definitely the women are getting their voices out there. There's more women being more outspoken, more activity in the fields around the women, and the women themselves are now learning to pull. We're pulling ourselves now, pulling one another. Lots of women networks, conventions, seminars, so many things to encourage us. So yes, the women, the voices of the women are out there, and I think the world is listening.
Okay, ma'am. For someone who's just seeing or listening to you for the very first time, who are you in your own words?
Okay, I am a chief, and I'm also an ambassador Dr. StellaRita Awelle Asogwa. I am an Igbo woman, and I'm an entrepreneur in various fields of entrepreneurship in Nigeria. I've been in the beauty industry, the fashion, and also food industry. I'm a philanthropist. I have my foundation, the StellaRita Awelle Humanitarian Foundation, and through this foundation, I'm able to do my work, my charity, and also giving my time to the women, to the youths, the creative industry. I'm quite busy.
Who is StellaRita Awelle Asogwa, a fearless changemaker turning fashion into empowerment? Born in Nsukka and raised with purpose, she builds opportunities. Her work lifts women and youth across Africa, blending culture, creativity, and leadership. Honored in 2025 in London as a global power leader, author, diplomat, visionary.
All around.
Yes, well, yes, well. So I've been thinking, I have someone I'm looking up to. You understand, ma'am? And I believe that every person that is doing amazing for themselves, they always have that story that really shaped them to the person they are today. What's that story that people don't really know about you, but play a pivot role in the person you are today, Ambassador?
Yes, everyone has a story. Most times the life we lived have shaped us to who we are today. I am a daughter of a retired military man and a teacher. And so with that mix, that I grew up with some form of discipline and hard work too. My mom being a teacher and was quite industrious. She was into business. She had her own beauty salons in Lagos then, bakery,
Okay.
she was into bakery and all that. And so when you have a mother that is quite hands-on, you too have to be, you have to support in one way or the other. So during our holidays, we find ourselves going to the salon to support her. I learned how to polish nails at the age of 13. I could actually give a customer a good nail polish. So that way we learned how to make cakes. Sometimes my mom might even travel, and myself and my elder sister will bake. We'll have a customer order, and we'll bake the cakes. As teenagers, we'll bake, we'll ice it, and we'll send it off to the customer. They won't even know it was not the main madam that did it. So we have been quite exposed to,
Wow.
most of these skills. So I think that has, positioned me to who I am. And my dad now had a stroke. He lived the rest of his
Oh,
remaining 35 years. I was, I
okay.
think, 13 years when he had that stroke. And so most of the work had to come down to, supporting my mom in all these other trades that she had to augment with her work, and so that made me to know that, okay, it's good to learn skills, and also you never know where the life will take you. I didn't even know I was going to be a businesswoman growing up, but yes, all these have shaped me to who I am today.
That's good. That's good. And since we've been talking right now, you've mentioned two things, mainly helping a woman and youths. You understand? So, um, when did you realize that that was your calling? When did you realize that to help women and youths to do better for their life? When did you realize that was your calling?
I think that has I've been a giver anyway, but I think that's actually a vision. Sometimes I might be sleeping, my dreams, you see this happening severally. You are amongst women, you are doing one thing or the other. And think that propelled me to, focus on these areas. And, and with that, life just aligns you. I opened my foundation, and I always see women there. I'm always drawn to them anyways. Maybe women with their babies needing help. So that way I just found myself, and I get being invited into women societies or something, to just come and do one thing or the other. So that just keeps, the life itself just, you know, pulls you to where you need to be. So that is why I've centered myself in that area.
Yeah, that's amazing. I once read a book by Crick Warren. It's what is the name itself? I think is The Purpose That Drives Life. He said a man without a purpose is good as dead. So for any young women out there, I believe that a lot of people are having a serious issue identifying their purpose, mainly in women. Let's talk about the women. How can is there any sign they need to watch out for in order to know that this is my purpose, this is my calling? Is there any sign they need to look out for?
Mm, Earlier on in life, you might not even notice, even me myself, I didn't even know what my passion is. But with time, I think it was even after I finished school, after I finished university, that I was asking my brother, I said, come, what is actually my purpose, my passion? And he was even the one that told me, oh, you love beauty, love anything fashion and beauty. And I had to reflect back at my life, and I found out that, okay, it's true. I'm always growing up. I love getting all these Vogue magazines and Cosmopolitan magazines. I was always drawn to watching these models, beauty, cosmetics. So, so that was when, and I said, oh, it's true. I might have actually have a passion in, putting pieces together, styling people and all that. So as a young lady, you just have to watch out for things like that. I have daughters. I have my daughter that loves to sketch, loves to draw. She's very good with her hands, right from, as a toddler. So I won't be surprised, now she's getting ready for college. She says she wants to go into architecture. So you see, or in room deck or something. So she's already following that path. So obviously, as a mother, I already know she has a passion in that line. So definitely, she has a calling around that, creative. Yeah. So as a young lady, as a youth, you just have to. There must be something that interests you, something that you are drawn to, something that you can give your time to do, even without saying that it being a burden to you. You just have to was listening to what people praised you. Like, oh, you are, you're really good with this, So you have to listen to all those. And then, from there you learn to know that, okay, this is actually where my passion is. We all have it. We just need to. Some of us have more than 1, 2, 3 passions, definitely. So you have to study yourself.
So yeah, you just need to study and ask people around you question, isn't it?
Definitely. You need to listen to what people are praising
So
you for.
so from your experience, what is that one challenge women are facing but is not getting that maximum attention yet in the country?
The challenge women are facing. They're trying to speak. Women are multitasking. So we are very good. We can be very versatile, doing different things at the same time. Women are very good managers. They said whatever you put in the hand of the woman, it multiplies. That's the truth. And that is the truth. Whatever you put into the woman, it multiplies. That is a gift that God has given women. And, women are speaking. Even if you look around, you see 1 or 2 women that you put in places of authority or leadership, things are done differently. There's a difference when a woman is, handling some certain positions and everything. So that's what the women are saying. We're not saying we want to come and compete and play the same role the men are playing, but there are areas that you can actually put a woman in, and that area will shine more. There'll be more productivity coming out from there, more progress. So there are women are speaking. We need our voices to be heard, but I actually think that the world is listening anyway, because we can see women presidents coming out here and their prime ministers. It's happening. So I think the voices of the women are being heard. We just have to keep speaking, keep showing up, keep showing up, and that's just it. We just need to hear our voices.
Okay, let's say that you were put in a position for you to be able to tackle this challenge overnight. What is that one thing you are going to do?
So to tackle a challenge overnight, what I would.
I'm not
I would
saying that. I'm not saying that. Okay,
no, you're saying something.
I'm listening, ma'am.
Yeah, what
I
I
was
would.
saying that I'm not talking about you solving. Okay, I think the network
Yeah,
is
I
breaking.
think
Sorry,
the
breaking.
area, that challenge that I would is to give the youths more platform. Give them a platform to shine. Honestly, I have teenagers, even young adults as children, and I learn a lot from them. I'm telling you, their knowledge that they have that we as adults we don't even have. We can actually learn a lot from these youths. So I would love to project, a platform, for the youths. Let their voices be heard, and let's listen to them. Let's take whatever it is that they're trying to contribute to us. So my focus would definitely be um amplifying the voice of the youths and really taking some knowledge from them.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So JC, various sectors in this country, in Africa as a whole, that normally say that men are supposed to be in this position. Women can't work here. What's your saying on that? Because I still saw something like that on the internet 2 days ago. They are debating on it. What's your saying on that?
I didn't hear what you said. The network. What did you say? Take it again.
I I said okay, I said there are some various sectors in Africa and Nigeria as a whole. People are always saying that this is meant for men. Women can't work in this sector. What's your take on that?
Hmm. The world is actually evolving. The world is evolving, and I don't think at this stage in the world that you would say there are rules that men will handle. that women cannot handle it. The world is evolving. At least our time, we're seeing women mechanics. They are there, and is it in the place of being a president of a nation? Even if it's the United States of America, I believe a woman can actually lead this nation and lead it right. So I don't really believe, is it astronauts? We have women, at least you have seen them, women that stayed more than almost a year out of space and they came back. We have women as astronauts. I don't think there's actually any role right now in this current era that we are in that you will say, oh, this role is meant for just a man. A woman cannot handle it. I don't believe so. No, the world has already evolved.
That's amazing, and that's true. I've been trying to scan my brain as well, and yeah, women are doing something amazing. So if you are, there's a lot of women, different background, struggling. If you actually, give one mindset solving problem mindset to every woman in Africa, what is that? What will it be? What will that mindset? What type of mindset will it be?
Gone are the days where you say the woman should just sit at home and look pretty and then the men go to work. My own advice to every woman out there, you have to go out and work. That's just my advice. You have to work. You have to have something you are doing. Even if it's sitting down in your house and making hair, getting your people to come and make hair. You plait their hair, or you are selling something by the side, selling a kind of skill, or you are making kunu or pap and you're selling. You have to be doing something. You have to be earning your own income. You just have to. That's the current, the world that we are in right now. I don't believe that a woman should just sit and not do anything. Even if you have family, you have children you're taking care of, just you can still be in that home and have something by the side that you're doing. Like my mom told me when she was much younger, when she was, when we're still babies or so, that she used to sew underwear, women underwear. She had a sewing machine in the house, and all she was just sewing was just women underwear and selling. I was like, this woman is so industrious. I was just laughing at it. So you just sell I said just underwear. That's what you're selling. So just sewing and then selling. So that is just it. A woman has to have a source of income of her own. That's my advice.
Because there's a lot, because there was a guest I brought in one time. We talked mainly about fatherhood. He said women don't need to work. You just sit at home and pray for your husband. I loved about it. That you don't need to work. You need to sit down in your house and pray for your husband. And there's this Gen Z. They normally feel like if they have this external beauty, I think that is enough for me. I don't need to work. I don't need to do. The man needs to do everything. And I love the way he said it. He said it. You need to go out there and work. You need to. You
Yeah.
need to have. You need to have an
Your own
income.
income. You have to. You have to, because yes, everybody's praying for long life. Everybody wants everything to go smoothly. But even the Bible says that in this life there will be challenges. Challenges will come. Sometimes the man might be doing so well. I have seen it. It has happened even to us personally. You have fleet of cars, and then one day like that, you don't even have even one single car. Your compound that is full with family, this thing. You wake up one day and there's no more, because life has dealt with you. And then if you're a housewife and you're a woman that just sitting at home, then what happens? Or in my case, and my father, when I was 13 years old, he had a stroke. A military man, colonel in the army, just had a stroke. And then after 3 months, he's not getting any better. They retire him. So if my mom was just a housewife, what happens to us? We'll now pack and go to the village. And then what, So I don't believe that. That is one good example I'll give to every woman out there. Just have something you're doing, even if your husband is a billionaire. Have something that is generating an income for you, because money is not permanent. You can have it today, tomorrow you don't have it. Anything can happen. Then what happens? And here in Africa, when a man dies, sometimes the widows, they suffer. We see it a lot. I've been in women gathering. I've seen widows firsthand. narrating what they experienced in their husband's house after their husband, that I've watched it person, not hear story on internet. And I'm like, I had to ask my fellow women, what is happening? Do we have to wait for it to happen to us? Then we'll not follow the same boat. What can we start doing to escape this? So I don't believe that you should stay without your income, so that whatever happens, nobody can touch your own. They can seize any other person's own, but the one that is in your name, in your account, nobody can come and take that one from you. So I think every woman should have her own personal income.
That's amazing. And you've built business in beauty and fashion space. Sorry. How how does this business influence women empowerment?
It does. It does. Any business at all you are doing, first of all, you're empowering people. You're not going to do the job alone. So you're definitely going to employ staff. You're going to employ people, and while you're employing people that are working with you, there's also the avenue for people to come and learn that skill that you are showcasing. So any business at all one is doing, there's room for empowering someone else. There's room for inspiring someone else that wants to run their own business, someone else that wants to, that wants to learn. There's always empowerment happening once there is, an avenue to run a business. Empowerment takes place because you can't do it alone. So that's how I'm empowering people.
That's good. In your word, leadership isn't about you leading. It's also about peacemaking. And I've seen a lot of leaders failed balancing those two things, leading and peacemaking. How were you able to balance the two?
I can tell you that can be challenging too, because as a leader, you have to be patient. Patience has to be one virtue that you have to have, because you're working with different personalities, different individuals with different personalities. Some people will come from their home in a very bad mood, and they'll bring that mood into the work environment, and then they'll throw that tantrum in there. And then if you don't have that patience or that skill, to calm the atmosphere, there'll be fire there. So as a leader, you have to develop it, even if you don't have it. I'm not saying that all of us have. Even me, sometimes I've lost it with my staff too, But as time goes on over the years, attending one or two workshops too, and maturity also sets in, because with age too, you shed off some things you overlook, some things, you are able to manage individuals better. So leadership, you just have to have that skill. You have to develop it. Most of us might not have it, but along the line, you develop it. And then people like me that I'm fortunate to have staff that have worked with me more than a decade. We have come to understand ourselves and all that. You understand? So working in such environment is easier. But when you have new intakes that come, everybody is constantly trying to learn personalities and behaviors, it cannot be a challenge, but you just have to learn that patience. You have to have patience. And diplomacy too helps too in running business.
That's good. That's good, because there was this person. He said something to me that his dad just lost the contract because he couldn't maybe he wasn't flexible with his behavior. He couldn't play along with the people he was having a conversation with. Maybe they frustrated him. Maybe they said something that he said the dad is lost a contract and is affecting them financially. He was complaining about it. So he was asking me a question that what should have his dad done different? But he's going to be watching this when he's live, and he's going to understand what's in this. His dad needs to, maybe meet an anger management, or maybe maybe go for a workshop to learn one or two things. And for everyone, all those leaders couldn't differentiate those two. So earlier this year, you were honored in London for Global Power Leaders Award that recognize leaders, innovation, and humanitarian work. I want you to take us back. Did you see it coming?
Honestly, it was a shock for me anyway. It was. And sometimes you have to uh, put yourselves in platforms. You have to put yourself out there for you to be seen. You understand? So when you are doing what you are doing,
Mhm.
you is encouraged to be in platforms like I think it was in LinkedIn. Just the way you found me on LinkedIn. That was how they reached out to me on LinkedIn. I think they might have gone through um my portfolio and all that, and someone reached out to me that they are nominating me for that position, so I should send in my document, my CV, for them to have more information about me. And that was just it. And they saw it and they felt I qualified to be nominated and be awarded. And so it was a good one. Got to meet Mayor of Southwark in London, and so many other diplomats were there. It was a good networking experience anyway at the House of Lords, so it was a good experience for me.
That's amazing. A lot of women are putting so much effort in their work, but they still felt unseen.
Mm.
How can they break that barrier?
Honestly,
How can they break
this
that
thing,
barrier?
this thing you just said now, I remember some years ago, a friend of mine, I think there was an honor I had and I was inviting. And she was like, "Oh, StellaRita, what is happening? We're all doing business together. Why is it why are they not seeing me? Why is it you that they are every time you? All of us are doing all this business together." Honestly speaking, I don't know. I really don't know um how that is done. I think sometimes it's just grace. I would say sometimes it's grace. And
Mhm.
time you have spent in business too also matters, because you can't be starting your own business yesterday and you're comparing yourself with someone that has been in business for 5-10 years. Time also gathers all this portfolio for someone, experiences, and creates more visibility for one too. So I would say do what you are doing, because like when I started business, I didn't even know that they give awards or anything. I'm just doing business because this is what I want to do.
Mhm.
I'm a businesswoman. I'm quite industrious. It's my passion to run my own business, make my own income and all that. So the awards and recognitions, all those ones are just additions that come along the way. So do what you are doing because you love to do it, because you're doing it for yourself, for your own empowerment and for those around you. Then if it's God's will that you should be you know given a recognition and all that, why not? It will happen. But just for me, like I said, I'm doing my business for myself, doing what I love to do. So all the other recognitions, all those ones are just extras that come along the line. So if you want to be seen, if you also want to be recognized, keep doing what you're doing and do it well. So that way, people will recommend you. That's the truth. Most of these things come with recommendations. Your clients will
That's
recommend you or someone.
that's true. That's true. And I believe that you said something then that comparing your own beginning to someone that has been in the business for like 5-10 years is one of the things that makes people to feel like they are not doing well for themselves. So they need to take away comparison. Okay, that's true. So we've talked about a little bit about the past. Let's talk more about the present. So let's talk a little bit about the future. When you think about the women in Africa in the next 5 years, what do you see? What do you think women is going to be doing in the next 5 years?
Oh, from what I'm seeing here, my projection for women in the 5 years is that, oh my goodness, the women would have taken, center stage. Yes. In the next 5, 10 years, 20 years, women they should be at par with men. I think so. Because honestly speaking, not that I'm not being biased because I'm a woman or what, but I see even for ministers, I'm watching, the female ministers, what they are doing, and, or commissioners, what they are doing. And I'm really inspired. When you watch them, I aspire to even get to their level, to that stage of what they are doing, because I'm quite impressed and inspired by their zeal to their work and dedication to their work, and then the achievements that are coming out from it. It's quite inspiring. So looking at what is happening, we are all human beings, even the men too are watching. And, when you see something is working, you continue to encourage it. You encourage more of it. That's the truth. So from what we're seeing right now, what the women are doing all over the world, it's just all about now saying, okay, the men are watching, everybody is watching. So let's bring more of them into key positions like that. So I know that in the next 5 years, if we have just 2 women in a particular leadership area right now, the next 5 years, we should be looking at least 8 to 10 in that particular area, because of the improvements and in productivity that we're getting. That's the truth. So I know women are going to even occupy bigger positions in the next 5 years. So everybody has to watch out for the women.
Do you think women are supporting women? Are they supporting
They are.
themselves?
Oh, we are.
I don't
Right
know.
now, women are supporting women. If I tell you how many women groups, last 5 years ago, how many women groups? There was only one group that came and was something 500 million women, something that I joined one time, trying to push women. But right now, I can't even count how many women group. If I check my groups, and they are active, they are pushing in information to the women, register for this, and apply for this, for grants, or for this seminar, or for this convention, or there is a lot. So yes, women are really having that mindset of supporting women in our current era right now. Yes, I truly believe that women are supporting women now.
Okay, that's amazing. So, we talk about what you see in the next 5 years that women is going to be doing. What major role do you think you are going to be playing in achieving this in Nigeria?
Hmm. I have big aspirations, though. Honestly, I am trying to make my mind I don't believe that I'm where I need to be at this point. So I have big aspirations of where I want to be. I want to be a voice. I want to be very active, within the government of Nigeria in one form or the other, being a member of a board or a committee, or even an appointment, So because I know I have a purpose, I know I have a calling, I know that I need to be a voice for the women. Like I told you, sometimes even in my dream, there's a dream I had some months ago. I was entering the place was like maybe this house of assembly or something. I just walked into this, and there were women around me, and they were all holding on to me and said, oh, madam, don't forget us, don't forget us, don't forget. I was just looking at them. So please remember us. We're here, and I walked to the stage to do what I was doing. So I know that some people are waiting for me. I have a link to some people. If I don't get to that position, they will not get where they need to be. So that's why we all need to work, because everybody has a purpose. If you're holding yourself down, you're holding so many other people down. So I know that I have a calling, and so I need to make sure that I walk my way, God leading me to that purpose, so that I can actually live out the fullness of what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't want to live a wasted life. Yeah. So there's more that I need to be doing, but I just need the guidance of God to get me to that point, and the right connections of people.
That's true. That's amazing. So, if every woman If every woman listening right now could take just one action today to move closer to our goal, what would that step be? What would that action be?
The action, align yourself. The action to move closer to your goal, you need people, you need the right network. So I think the action is just to align yourself with the right network of people. You have to put yourself out there, just take action, keep moving, align yourself. That's my own advice for myself anyway. So I think that is something that every woman should do. Try to align yourself with the right network. But once you meet the right network, I believe you will be able to achieve all that you need to achieve.
For the many listening right now, what is that one thing they can do to support as well?
The men should know that it's not a competition. Some men just have this mindset of, the women are trying to compete. It's a man's world, the women are trying to compete. It's not a competition. Honestly, I don't really know. I was even advising my son the other day, even when God created women, they said they are helpmates. A woman, I personally believe that, women we are an upgrade. That's the truth. God created the men, and they said, a day in the eyes of man, of God, is 1,000 years. Only God knows how many years Adam was existing alone before he created the woman. He saw, okay, this man is lacking in this area, in this area, in this area. Okay, let me make this that will make him complete and help him out. So I believe the women are actually an upgrade. That's the truth. Just the way you have your phones, iPhone 14, then 15, they're all upgrades. I believe, women are actually upgrades for the men. So there's no competition. They're only coming to assist, to help out, to make this world a better place for everyone. So there is space for everyone. There is space for the men. And there is also the space for them. There are areas, specific areas that women shine very well in, So put them in those positions where, so at the end of the day, it's for the betterment of our nation, Nigeria, of the world in general.
Yeah.
So it's not a competition. Honestly speaking, it's not a competition. The men need to stop seeing women as being, we are trying to compete. No, nobody's competing with anybody, honestly. Let us all shine in our own areas of specialization.
Right, I like that. I love that. I love that so much. So the last guest that was on the show left you a message. He said, "What are you doing differently in your industry?"
What I'm doing, I'm just, like I said, doing what I want to do to propel myself forward, and in propelling myself forward, I'm also inspiring others that are watching, even if I don't know that they're watching. I'm also pulling others that are working with me in my movement forward. So that is just what I keep doing. Keep moving forward, keep pushing. In doing that, you're moving a generation with you. So that's just it.
That's amazing. So what is that one question you are going to be leaving behind for the next guest?
You enjoyed the show, isn't it? So what do you think about it? What's the feedback? And do you think you can add more positivity to the brand by subscribing, by sharing? What do you think if every one of us can come together and solve a bigger problem? Because that's what the platform is for. And you are not just my audience, you are my partner, and we're going to build something big together. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
Moonword talk, Moonword talk, Moonword talk, Moonword talk, Moonword talk, Moonword talk, Moonword talk. Yeah, we be the truth, be that light in the dark, let the vibe come through. Growth mindset, mind check. Yeah, we break the mold, had to hustle, build the struggle, turn that pain into gold. Oh, so done, but the grind don't stop. Straps in, tap in, let to the top.